Hello everyone, and welcome to the 2021 Student Recreational Sports Association Award Ceremony. My name is Madeline Dietrichs, and I am the president of SRSA, and I am beyond excited to welcome you to today's presentation highlighting our past year at recreational sports. I first want to thank and acknowledge the incredible staff members and students who both work and participate in recreational sports at IU. This year has brought its own unique challenges. However, it has been beautiful to watch the camaraderie across the student body and recreational sports staff in an effort to protect everyone's health and well-being. Students had the opportunity to engage in online and in-person exercise classes, jump off of the 33-foot diving board in our pool, as well as safely interact with one another in many outdoor sports challenges. Now, looking forward to the remainder of our event today, we will be highlighting our accomplishments over the year and celebrating several award recipients honoring their achievements at rec sports. Now I will be turning over to Kathy Bayless, who will be sharing some wise words with you all.
We're so happy that you've been engaged with us in campus recreational sports during what have been really unusual times. I can't tell you how much it has meant to our team to provide opportunities for your participation and employment throughout the ongoing challenges of COVID-19. Now we're here to celebrate you, your enthusiasm for staying active, how you've encouraged and supported each other, and the ways that you provided leadership. So here we go. I think we all have stories to tell about the effect of COVID upon our lives. I think it's ranged from the disruption of our daily routines to using time, for some of us, for reflection, to struggling with staying connected, to adjusting to alternative ways of learning, to dealing with financial distress, and for some, sadly, navigating the unexpected loss of loved ones. Typically, the stories that resonate most deeply in fiction and in real life are the ones that reveal character, especially those stories of resilience. Often these stories are ones about falling and picking ourselves up again and again and again, or stories about overcoming adversity in ways that shine a light for others. As COVID kept evolving, a whole new multitude of decisions and adjustments had to be made in the ways that we opened and that we'd be able to serve you here on campus. It didn't take long for us to realize that we'd have to be flexible, patient, and resilient because this was going to carry on throughout COVID, however long it remained a threat. And as I think about the challenges we faced collectively, there's 6 things that come to mind. There's no question that we've had to deal with unexpected levels of ambiguity and uncertainty. We've had real questions about the future. It's been hard to keep focus on the here and now. I think all of us have had a degree of barriers that we've experienced to progress either personally or in our career path. We've definitely had limitations and restrictions placed upon us, and frankly, I think the American way isn't really friendly toward restrictions and limitations. I think it's taught us both about risk-taking and risk aversion, and we've really had to deal with different levels of overcoming fear. So while COVID may represent something that's new to us, and it's certainly the most far-reaching challenge I think we faced to this point, throughout history, there have been all kinds of pressures and challenges, constraints, and hardship. The good news is research has shown one of the key attributes displayed by healthy individuals and organizations alike for being able to make it through hardships is this word resilience. And perhaps you, like me, will typically limit our understanding of resilience to the ability to bounce back after we've had some kind of difficulty, misfortune, or hardship. And that's truly accurate, but I think it's more about just being able to endure. I'd like to demonstrate this with a story. It may be familiar to some of you. I know to some of our team members it is, but I think it's appropriate for this circumstance. It's a practical example, and it gives us what I think is an even broader merit of the importance of resilience. Being able to stay the course in order to both manage change and try to find a way to influence positive outcomes. So as the story goes, I want you to envision a grandmother sitting in the kitchen, listening to her granddaughter who's in college, just like you. And this granddaughter is pouring out a variety of stressors and challenges that she's contending with in her life. Without explaining why, the grandmother quietly took her over to the stove, where somehow she had already prepared some boiling water. So the grandmother divided up this boiling water into 3 pots, and then as it came to a boil in each of those 3 pots, she selected for one pot hard carrots, fresh carrots, and put them into the pot. Second pot, she said, I'm going to take these eggs and I'm going to carefully place them in this boiling water. And then in the last pot, I'm going to take these ground coffee beans. And we're going to just sit here for a minute and chat some more. And in about 20 minutes, we'll check and see what's happened. So they sat down at the kitchen table and waited the 20 minutes, had some more of an exchange. The grandmother said, okay, let's go check and see what's going on with the outcome of this little experiment. So each of them had encountered, each of the beans, the carrots, and the eggs, the same adversity, the boiling water, but each reacted very differently. So the carrot first went in really strong and hard and unrelenting. However, after being subjected to the boiling water, it came out really soft and weak. The eggs, on the other hand, already started off fragile, and the liquid interior is protected by this hard outer shell. But after being in that boiling water for that 20 minutes, the inside became hardened. The story is really different when it came to looking at what happened with the ground coffee beans. They actually changed the hot water instead of being changed by the hot water. They really used the very circumstance that brought them pain, that when it got hot, it actually resulted in the coffee beans being permitted to truly release their character, their aroma, and their flavor. So the grandmother, without acting like she was a know-it-all, just quietly looked at the granddaughter and said, "When challenges, setbacks, and adversity come your way, which are you? When it knocks on your door, are you the carrot, the egg, or the coffee bean?" My prayer for you is that you're like the coffee bean, that when things are at their worst and you don't really see the next steps that are available to you, you're going to show resilience, you're going to build resilience, you're going to try to seek ways to navigate those challenges and hardships, and better yet, see if you can find a way to improve the situation that you're facing. And again, I don't mean to trivialize what's happening in your life or what we're experiencing on this campus. And we're absolutely in one of those times that is characterized by continuous pressure, dramatic change, and all kinds of stressors. So here's the invitation, and I'm saying it as much to myself as I am to you. Let's try to memorialize in our hearts the way in which these times reveal what really matters. I think we automatically jump to now the heightened importance of our health and well-being and that of our loved ones. I think too about the resilience that's needed in our communities. And I also think about the sacrifices that are being made by all the people around us. In our world, maybe it's your peers who are working here to keep us open, to keep everything clean and disinfected so you feel safe coming to work or being here as a participant. I think about all the nurses and paramedics and EMTs and others who are volunteering to make sure we get the vaccines for those of us that choose to do it. And I even think about the janitors, the custodians, and the garbage collectors. These and so many others are giving their whole selves to serve us and others and giving us all a chance to benefit and then emulate their example. So let's go a little step further. Let's start thinking about how each one of us individually, because we're really blessed, not just with this world-class education, but with the environment that we're living in this Bloomington community. So let's start thinking about how we can act and work differently to either better cultivate resilience or learn what it's all about and bring about positive change for yourself and for others as you move on from here. We are genuinely excited about your next steps, whatever they may be. You know that we always wish you the very best. We are grateful beyond measure for what you've given to us, and I want you to know that you've inspired us throughout this challenge as well. So we wish you the best, and God bless.
It is my absolute pleasure to award the 2020-2021 Welcome Center Associate of the Year to Lachey Hill. Lachey began working with campus recreational sports in 2018 after hearing about our position through the group's program. She started off strong and never looked back. In fact, this last year has been a promotional-filled one for her. She received a promotion to parking operations in the fall and member services in the spring, although she still loves working with the Welcome Center. She always has a lot of energy and a smile on her face, even though you can't see it. Lachey, thank you for everything you've done with campus recreational sports. You've earned this award. I am proud to award the Parking Operations Attendant of the Year to Vidal Belcher. Vidal has come a long way since he started in member services in 2016. He's grown into a true leader in the parking operations realm and been able to tackle all the troubleshooting issues that come along with parking operations. He gives great feedback to improve our operations and is a terrific trainer for new staff members. I can always count on Vidal to let me know what's going on and to fix any issues that come up. Vidal, thank you very much. You've earned this award.
I am pleased to award this year's Facility Support Labor of the Year to Braden Woodruff. Braden Woodruff has been with Facility Support since August of 2017. After a short while, he was promoted to Labor Assistant. He showed a solid work ethic and willingness to take on more responsibility. He worked during many of the breaks and the summers. For me, his most notable contribution has been sweeping the tennis courts at the tennis center. He became very proficient at this, and even this year, winter, he came back when we opened the tennis center before we opened the SRSA. Braden has been a steady performer for facility support. Recently was promoted to labor mechanic and has been attentive at performing and resolving work requests. Academically, Braden is majoring in informatics and exudes the confidence needed as he embarks in his professional career. It gives me great pleasure to recognize Braden Woodruff as this year's Facility Support Labor of the Year. Congratulations and all the best.
This year, we are excited to announce that the winner of the Tennis Center Member Services Associate Award goes to Gabby Garcia. Gabby came to us last year in February, just a couple weeks before we had the COVID closure, and so she learned the majority of her responsibilities through e-learning and Zoom sessions. When we reopened, she was able to offer excellent relational service to all of our participants, and one thing that we noticed about Gabby is that she's also able to forge relationships with her staff really easily. So that became something that really stood out about her, and we were really, really grateful for the way that she was able to offer service to our entire team. Something else we noticed about Gabby is that she became very proficient in our club management software, which is Club Automation, and people became used to being able to go to her to answer questions about that, which was something that we did not expect of her, so she went above and beyond. We strive to live by the all-day motto, which is to give all effort and all attitude all day. And Gabby is a great example of that because she comes to work prepared, she does her best, and we know that we can count on her. So thank you very much, Gabby, for everything you've done. Congratulations, this is well deserved. We're excited to see what you do in your future, and we just love having you on the team. So thank you very much.
Well, we'd like to recognize Darby McGrath as our Aquatic Lead of the Year. And I was just reminiscing the other day. I can remember when Darby tried out with us, and she was a freshman, fall of 2017, super nervous, but she did great. Was really impressed with her ability to go through our rescue skills and be relational during her interview. We don't wish this upon anyone, but Darby was tested pretty early on in her years with us. She had a code red within the first few weeks of her employment with us and handled it so well. So level-headed, provided the best care and relational service, and worked really well with her coworkers to work through that situation. And I knew from that moment forward that she could handle anything that came her way. I've also been really impressed with the way that Darby builds personal relationships with her coworkers and participants that come to the pool. She's quickly rose to the aquatic lead ranks and has always been a contributor during those meetings, presenting great ways to problem solve and just ways to make the pool environment more fun for our participants. And most recently, just to give you an example of how Darby's a problem solver, she actually brought a shepherd's hook. Ours here at CBAC broke the other week, and she knew we had an extra one at 194. Took it upon herself to bring that extra one over. And I can just envision Darby walking across campus with that shepherd's hook in her hand, and how awkward that may have been, but just kind of goes to show how she's a great problem solver. So we're just very appreciative, Darby, of your contributions to campus recreational sports and the aquatics program, and wish you all the best of luck as you figure out your next steps.
Hey y'all, we are proud to award the Swim Instructor of the Year award to Hannah Falshand. Hannah joined the aquatics unit in August 2019. Since day one, Hannah has provided meaningful and impactful lessons both in the group and private setting. Hannah has made a lasting impact on both her participants, but also our aquatic team. If you ever visit the pool deck and see a smudge or two on the glass office window, it's likely due to Hannah putting her nose on the window, making a funny face to lighten the mood. This speaks volumes to the individual she is. Goofy, professional, yet introspective of how she can make a lasting impact on those she interacts. Hannah has had a tough year, yet, like a phoenix, has been able to bring new life and energy to her lessons, participants, and co-workers. We're consistently impressed with her preparation, presence in conversation and instructing, and uncanny ability to be 100%. When watching her teach, the passion she brings is unmatched. This doesn't go unnoticed. Many of her clients would consider her family and consistently let me know how much they appreciate her. Hannah, your time with us has seen many good moments, and some we wish you never had to endure. When deciding on Instructor of the Year, there's really no one else who can meet what you bring to our aquatic team. You're a wonderful, powerful individual who role models how it is to overcome adversity. We appreciate you and what you bring to our aquatic team and family. Big day.
Today, I have the honor to award our Lifeguard of the Year. Congratulations to Claire Picard. An interesting fact that I have learned about Claire over this year, as I've gotten to know her, is that she is a triplet. In honor of that, I'd like to share 3 qualities that start with the letter P about Claire that led her to being selected as Lifeguard of the Year. The first one is professional. Claire exemplifies what it means to be a professional lifeguard. She is always prepared for her shifts and is proactive in ensuring the facility and other staff members are ready to go to ensure our aquatic environment is radiating with professionalism. Although she is not in the lead position, I can think of multiple occasions where Claire has stepped into leadership roles and excelled. The second quality is proficient. Claire consistently demonstrates that her lifeguard skills and knowledge not only meet expectations, but exceed them. She happily assists other staff members with ensuring that they meet these expectations as well. The final quality, the one that makes her truly unique, is her ability to be personable with everyone that she comes in contact with. From catching up with fellow teammates to complimenting a coach's outfit, Claire is a friend to all. With that being said, we are truly grateful for Claire. Thank you for all that you have done, and although you may be a triplet, you are truly one of a kind. Congratulations to Claire Picard.
Each year, the JV5K Committee Member of the Year Award goes to somebody who demonstrates a high level of commitment and passion for JV5K, Jill's story, and the JV5K Committee. There's no doubt in my mind that this year's award recipient embodies all of those things. So without further ado, the 2021 JV5K Committee Member of the Year Award goes to Mackenzie DeJesus. When I think of Mackenzie, I think of somebody who brings a positive energy and enthusiasm to everything she does. And that positive energy is contagious to everybody that she works with. From the time Mackenzie first joined the committee in 2019, and even participated in JV5K before that, she has brought that same energy and passion to our team. I've even heard stories of the 2019 event. It was pouring down rain and Mackenzie was still running around having a great time and making sure everybody else was too. Mackenzie leads by example each and every day. In a year that was so uncertain and unpredictable, Mackenzie was consistently present and always willing to help out in whatever way she could. She showed tremendous initiative presenting ideas during meetings, getting out on campus to help with photos and videos for promotional materials, and coming into the SRSA to help put together JB5K packets. And she did all of this making the drive down from Indianapolis. Mackenzie graduated in December of 2020, and she wanted to finish what she started with JB5K Your Way. So she stuck with the committee through the spring, again demonstrating her dedication and commitment to the team and everything they worked toward. Leading by example, Mackenzie was a great coach and a mentor to everyone on the committee this year. We always say that we love someone who is curious, flexible, and resilient, and Mackenzie certainly checks all of those boxes. Congratulations, Mackenzie, you deserve it.
The Jill Bierman Emerging Leader Scholarship was created in 2000 in memory of Jill Bierman, who was a recreational sports employee and Indiana University student. Also the namesake of the Jill Bierman Color the Campus Run, whose proceeds benefit this scholarship. Over 40 scholarships have been awarded in the last 20 years. Our first recipient this year is Megan Lystra. Megan is majoring in International Studies, Arabic, and Spanish. Megan noted in her application that perhaps the most valuable component of her education has been learning the importance of community and giving back, and that she has done. Megan has been involved with the JB5K for the past 3 years and is currently serving as the steering committee co-chair. She is also a member of the IUDM Alumni Relations Committee, serves as a mentor in the IU Women in Technology program, is the secretary of both the Rowe Academic Honor Society and the Student Alliance for National Security. Megan is interested in international affairs and has studied several languages and has traveled the world broadly. As one of her professors noted, Megan is intellectually driven, resourceful, responsible, caring, mature, and reliable. In her international travel, she has proven to be adaptable, curious, and kind to others. Congratulations, Megan. We are so excited to see what you do in the future. Our second recipient is Cassidy McCammon. Cassidy is a junior majoring in political science, management, and human organization. In addition to being a recreational sports participant and member of our outreach team, Cassidy has been actively engaged in leadership positions for the past 3 years. She has held the positions of Director of Sustainability, Executive Vice President, and is now serving as President for the IU Residence Hall Association, where she is responsible for working with 13 center presidents providing resources and support for their programs. According to one of her references, Cassidy is one of the strongest student leaders I have ever worked with. She brings new ideas to the table to try and push our organization forward as well as support the ideas of others. Additionally, Cassidy has worked with the IU Political and Civic Engagement Program, served as a Welcome Week team coordinator with the IU First Year Experience Program, and served as Director of Programming for Wells Quad Student Government. Outside of IU, Cassidy is active with Girl Scouts and has been a part of the Vigo County 4-H program. Cassidy understands the importance of community and strives to make everyone feel welcome and valued. In her references, it was noted that she has a passion for equality and equity, which is evident in everything she does. Shelby Smith commented that she is a collaborative leader who encourages and motivates others, so much so that she organically becomes someone who leads and inspires others. Congratulations, Cassidy. We're excited to see what you do next.
I'm proud to announce that the Marketing Employee of the Year this year goes to Anna Tiplick. Anna has consistently proven to be a talented, dedicated, and reliable member of our photo video team. Anna joined us in the fall of 2019 and immediately leapt into her role with enthusiasm and eagerness. Time and time again, she has been up for new challenges, whether it's branching into videography or bringing her creative expertise to various assignments. Her work can be found throughout our facilities, website, and social media, and rightfully so. She continually does a phenomenal job of capturing the RS brand and vision. So thank you, Anna, for all the amazing work that you've done. It's been such a joy to work with you, and we've been so fortunate to have you on the rec sports team. We can't wait to see all that you do next.
I'm so thrilled to award Taylor Lewis with the Group Exercise Leader of the Year award. Taylor is a dedicated and enthusiastic team player. Not only does she seek to expand her skill set by learning new formats, Taylor strives to enhance each session she's involved in, from checking in participants when they arrive, greeting them, and even leading the session. Taylor eagerly seeks feedback and uses her creativity to challenge herself and her participants to find the best in themselves every day. Thank you so much, Taylor, for everything you've brought to your program. We're so excited to have you for the future. I'm excited to announce that Emily Kirchhoff is our Yoga Leader of the Year. Emily's attention to detail, desire to share movement, and positive presence make it a delight to recognize her this year. Each time I see Emily leading a group or interacting with participants individually, I am so impressed by her patience and her eye to see each individual in that group. She has tailored her skill set this year, not only to lead in person, but to lead our RS Live through Zoom, as well as our pre-recorded sessions, and taking her current skill set and taking it to that next level. She is able to lead the group with specific cues, but also provide movement throughout the space and on camera to make sure every participant hears and sees what they need to have the best experience possible. She constantly educates and empowers her participants to find what works for them and help them enjoy yoga and enjoy moving. This year has helped us to see how people can adjust and change, not only through their physical practice, but how they interact with others. So thank you, Emily, for showing us your courage to change and adjust and go with the flow. We appreciate you so much. For our Participant of the Year for the Group Exercise program, I'd like to award Jennifer Roach. Jennifer is an enthusiastic and compassionate group exercise participant. Not only does she enjoy a variety of sessions from step to pure strength and dance fitness, she enjoys interacting with the participants around her as well as the leaders by saying hello and greeting them by name each time she arrives. There is one instance and one experience with her that sticks out in my mind out of the many I've had this year. I was team teaching with a new leader for a new format, and she participated in the session, had a great time, was really excited. After we finished the session, I was talking with the leader. She still seemed a little bit nervous, kind of a little down, because it's a challenging session. Jennifer walks over to us after she cleans her equipment, and she was thanking us for such a great workout. And she turned to the new leader and said, "I know that must have been really challenging, but you did great. It was a great workout. I got a good sweat in, and you got the first one out of the way. That's the hardest part." And so just that moment of recognizing this isn't always easy for us to get up in front of the room, and we do have new leaders involved, that showed me Jennifer's compassion and true joy for participating in group exercise. That moment has shown me that we would love to recognize her this year and take this time. She has been a dedicated participant through her time here at IU. The fact that she congratulated a new leader for learning something new and getting up in front of the room just shows me that she truly does enjoy our program, enjoy our staff. And so thank you, Jennifer, for joining us and being part of the Rec Sports Group X family.
So Risk Management First Responder of the Year goes to Jeff Bailey. Jeff started working here about 7 years ago, at the same time I did, so I've known him all of that time. In that time period, I've known Jeff to be a consummate professional. He is always on the job, his mind is always here, he's always on the lookout for the things that we value the most in our Risk Management First Responders. He sets the example for the rest of them. The Risk Management First Responder of the Year award is very well deserved by Jeff. Outside of risk management, Jeff is also a volunteer in his community. He's a farmer, he has a lovely family, and I just think he's an all-around very good person. Jeff, thank you very much for your service to IU Recreational Sports, and thank you for being a personal friend.
I'm excited to announce that the Personal Trainer of the Year for 2021 is Derek Beinel. In addition to his strong beard game, here's some things that we think that are important for us to highlight about Derek and how fantastic of a trainer he is. 6 certifications, including a registered dietitian. And here's something actually that is pretty key from one of his clients. And I quote, "He was the greatest trainer coach imaginable. He showed amazing teaching skills, amazing patience, and an astounding capability to motivate." There can be nothing better said about a trainer than that. Congratulations, Derek, well deserved. You've made a huge difference on your clients this year, and I can't wait to see the difference that you make on your future clients as well.
This year's Informal Sports Participant of the Year award goes to Nick Rodriguez. Nick is a freshman from just outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota, planning on majoring in finance, who loves utilizing our strength and cardio spaces. Since he played basketball in high school, he will love to use our basketball courts next year if we're able to get back to offering that activity. He lives in Teeter in a room by himself, and since he's not from Indiana, he says his participation with us has been a great way for him to develop his campus lifestyle. He says it's a great reason to get out of his dorm room, do something active, and be the healthiest version of him that he can be. A big thank you to Nick for all of your participation with us this year. We hope to see you next year. I'm very excited to present this year's Participant Associate of the Year award to Dora Carlisle.
Dora has worked for Rec Sports in this position for a little over a year. She has thrived at delivering superb relational service to her participants on a regular basis. Her work ethic is second to none, and I'm so happy to present her with this award. Thank you, Dora, for everything that you've done this year.
Hello, I am thrilled to present the award for the Hybrid Employee of the Year to Key Templeton. Key has been one of our most reliable workers this entire year, and her commitment to both her role and the organization are clear to see in her work. Her ever-positive attitude and continued focus on elevating the participant experience are some of her most admirable qualities that she displays on shift. She's also never reluctant to address difficult situations as they arise, and always shows poise and professionalism, no matter the situation. Thank you, Key, for all your effort you put in this year. Hard work has not gone unnoticed. We are incredibly grateful for all your help you put in this year. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Craig Medlin, and I am pleased to announce the 2021 Craig W. Medlin Military Leadership and Service Scholarship. And the award winner this year is Josephine Froelich. And Josephine, I am so proud of you, and to be awarding this to you. You have really set a whole new standard, not only for yourself, but also for other military students. This award was set up actually a couple years ago because I was inspired by what I saw from the SRSA Banquet and wanted to do something for veterans. And you represent the very essence of this award. You know, there's an old saying that the best indicator of future performance is past success. And there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that you just continue to be successful in your career. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to all of the graduating seniors, and best of luck in everything.
The William H. Lindley Award is a distinctive award that recognizes the all-campus participant of the year. After his untimely death, Bill Lindley's family and friends offered to establish a scholarship endowment in his memory. Everything special about Bill: leadership, sportsmanship, and a love for all things campus recreational sports. I am proud to present this year's award to Ashley Schmidt. To say that Ashley is an avid recreational sports participant would be an understatement. Ashley participates in every program that we have. She plays pickup basketball on a regular basis and is a co-president of the women's basketball club team. She cross-trains by using the pool and group exercise and uses the strength and cardio areas. Of course, she also enjoys celebrating everybody every year. So for her leadership and her love for all things campus recreational sports, we are excited to present Ashley with this year's Lindley Award.
It is my honor to award the Outstanding IT Employee of the Year to Mercedes Olson for her dedication, organization, skills that are just through the roof, and just her absolute delightful personality to work with every day. It has been an amazing time working with you for the last 4 years. So thank you for always keeping me on track and teaching me. I'm looking forward to hearing everything about your new job and your new career and seeing how well you excel in life.
It is my pleasure to introduce the Member Service Associate of the Year Award. This award is given to the Member Service Associate who displays the teamwork, the knowledge for the job, and also the relational service. So this year, it's my honor to give this to Liv Portalisi. She has come aboard and mastered all of the things that we've asked her to master, and has included the way to find the answer if she doesn't know it. Her own peers have said that she is one that they go to. She helps out whenever they need, and is just an all-around good peer to have on the team. So Liv, as she moves forward, will be able to take these skills and really share it with other people that she shared with us over the last several years. And it is my honor again to give this award to Liv Portalisi. And Liv, best of luck as you move forward. Thank you.
I am thrilled to announce that this year's Team Leader of the Year is Noor Heinzelman. First off, I want to thank you, Noor, for all the hard work and effort you have put in. Over the past 2 years of working with Noor, I've been able to see her continue to grow as not only a leader, but as an individual as well. One of your best qualities is that you continue to ask questions even with your extensive knowledge of the job. I appreciate that you're never afraid to ask again if you don't completely understand an issue. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed. Thank you so much, Noor, for your dedication and commitment this past year. You really made a difference for your coworkers and participants.
On behalf of the Club Sports Federation at Indiana University, we are proud to present the Outstanding Advisor Award to Bill Ramos of the Swim Club. This was an especially challenging year for the swim club, not due to practice, but due to the fact that their advisor, Bill, could not be with the club in the pool. This was especially hard for the team because Bill has always been the heart and soul of the swim club. In his absence, it made the club feel partially without leadership and direction. Not being able to be at practice did not stop Bill in supporting not only the officers of the club, but the entire club as a whole. Every Zoom call, swim meet, and kickball game, Bill made sure that he attended so that the new swimmers at least knew who he was.
When the officers ran into difficulties or roadblocks, Bill did everything he could to guide the club in a correct direction. Bill's presence during the uncertainty of this year makes the club excited for their college career. With Bill attending events, the newest members of the team start looking towards practicing as a team, future swim meets, and even taking up roles of leadership on the team. Bill's presence, even limited, has played a role in the club's 8 new freshmen running for officer roles. Overall, because of Bill, Swim Club is not going to slow down now or anytime soon. Because of Bill, there is still hope that the team, community, and family that he has cultivated over the last 21 years will persist through these difficult times. Please join us in congratulating outstanding club leader Bill Ramos.
On behalf of Recreational Sports and the Club Sports Federation, we are proud to award this year's Outstanding Club Leader to Sean Dorsey. Sean has led the swim club courageously through this odd time, and the club will forever be grateful. Throughout the year, he has worked to keep the club together with all the tools available to him under COVID guidelines. This pivot in empowering members through self-directed practices, social gatherings on web platforms, and chances to still race have made all the difference this year. Sean is the consummate leader, mature beyond his years. His passion to become an educator can certainly be seen as it played out in motivating the club's executive board and club members to stay engaged during a pandemic.
People gravitate to Sean because of his enthusiasm and positivity. During meetings, when board members would start dwelling on what we would be missing out on this year, Sean would turn it around to a glass half full mentality and talk about what we can do. It was typical to hear him say, "We've got this, people." This certainly helped everyone feel hopeful. He's especially good at engaging younger members, and as a result, the club still saw a strong club membership with a very active freshman class. Sean is easily one of the all-time top leaders of the organization. Please join us in congratulating our outstanding club leader, Sean Dorsey.
Thank you all once again for your presence today and also for your continuous support for students' well-being and recreational sports. Next, we'll be bouncing back to Kathy for our concluding awards.
The SRSA Outstanding Junior Award recognizes an individual that has contributed beyond their basic responsibilities and expectations, and I'm really thrilled to announce that this year's recipient is Maddie Diedrichs. Maddie is majoring in policy analysis and minoring in financial literacy. She's very passionate about Title IX policy, coalition building, as well as diversity, equity, and inclusion. She began her formal involvement with us last year on the Campus Recreational Sports Advisory Board as she was the representative from IU Student Government, where she served as their Director of Student Life. So it was a great combination of interests. We quickly learned about our shared commitment to breaking down barriers to student participation. So it wasn't surprising to find out that she was a real fan of our Celebrate Everybody Week and the JV 5K Color Run. We were so excited to have her serve as president of SRSA this year as we worked through all the implications and complications COVID would have on how we could operate and what the experience would be like for students. Throughout this year, Maddie has demonstrated outstanding critical thinking, and her communication skills have served us all well while she's advocated for the best possible experience for students. She's also effectively represented the centrality of our role within student life on campus to the Dean of Students Cabinet of Student Leaders, and again on the Campus Recreational Sports Advisory Board. She's adeptly fostered relationships with other campus student leaders, and in particular, Maddie was successful as a co-founder of the Rainbow Coalition. This is a new student organization that represents multicultural organizations on campus. Maddie also worked on a bill that passed IUSG Congress that adds representation by students from multicultural organizations. Her campus leadership experience, understanding of student life, and thoughtful partnership with us were especially helpful, taking on a very significant portion of our presentation before this year's Committee for Fee Review. This is a student group that has responsibility for distributing and recommending actually the way that all mandatory student activity fees are distributed. And the student fee currently supports 70% of funding for recreational sports. So this was a very important project that she helped champion. So Maddie, we offer our gratitude and best wishes to you as you head into your senior year and serve yet again as Vice President of IU Student Government. It's certainly fitting in another way you will keep advocating for importance and improvements of student life. Thank you, Maddie. Best wishes. The SRSA Honor Award is the highest honor extended to an individual. It symbolizes contributions to advance campus recreational sports in unique and distinctive ways, and it's reserved for very special contributors and isn't given every year. Today, though, you are fortunate to learn about our recipient, Jeff Richardson. As you see, all three of Jeff's degrees are from Indiana University, Bloomington. While he was in law school, he was the first full-time university student ever elected to the Bloomington City Council. As an undergraduate, he served as the student body president, a columnist for the Indiana Daily Student, and was a member of the IU soccer team. Today, Jeff is retired and lauded as a highly regarded senior health and human services executive and advocate. As you can see, he spent most of his career leading efforts to support people in need, address significant health and social services challenges in the private, public, and nonprofit sectors. We aren't the first to recognize Jeff's leadership and lifelong commitment to serving others. Now that he's moved back to Bloomington, we are thrilled to finally arrange to hand deliver the SRSA Honor Award and add it to this prestigious list. Now to our connection with Jeff. It began when he was president of the IU Student Association, now known as IU Student Government. Jeff was the catalyst for the campaign to get the Garrett Fieldhouse upgraded so it would actually serve the recreational sport interests of students. He was in touch with student expectations and recognized the existing facilities and programs were totally inadequate for a campus that was very different from the campus in 1928 when the Fieldhouse was first opened. His approach was deliberate, persistent, and multifaceted, and it needed to be that way. Jeff was a student leader during the early 1970s, and this was just before Title IX was enacted and the fitness revolution took off, but he had vision. First, he presented a direct offer to the then chair of Men's Physical Education Department to collaborate on ways to get the facilities improved. Sadly, the offer was declined because the chair did not feel the facilities were in bad shape. Here are just a few slides from those days to give you an idea of the deplorable condition of facilities that existed. Undaunted by the indifference he faced, Jeff realized a larger strategic campaign was necessary. It included doing benchmarking with other Big Ten peers on what they were providing for students with facilities, equipment, programs, and funding. The differences were definitive. IU was in the bottom tier in every category. With these results in hand and other information about unmet student expectations, Jeff set up numerous conversations with key stakeholders on campus, including intramural sport teams and club sport officers, key administrators like Chancellor Herman Wells, President John Ryan, the Dean of Students Tom Schreck, the Director of Campus Facilities Terry Claypax, the Bloomington Faculty Council, and many major student organizations. He also submitted letters to the editor and op-ed pieces to the IDS to generate press coverage. One of the actions that garnered the most press coverage was when he organized a group to pass out 10,000 leaflets at an IU football game, stating we had the worst recreational sport facilities in the Big Ten. Well, this put the campaign on the map and helped build momentum. One of our biggest allies and champions turned out to be Board of Trustee Chair Danny Danielson. The board ultimately approved $1.2 million allocation to upgrade the field house, including putting in new lighting and flooring, resulting in no more dust bowl, improved ventilation and flooring for the weight room and martial arts room, and an overhaul of Woodlawn Field. This campaign also helped galvanize the student voice and laid the foundation for what has become the Student Recreational Sports Association as the vehicle for students as advocates for improvements to our facilities, equipment, programs, and funding. Today, all students continue to benefit from that pioneering work done by Jeff and other students in the early 1970s, because it really did usher in a new age for student participation in sport and fitness. You've heard here just some of the actions and contributions as an exemplar of effective student activism. But we'd also like to provide this brief video so you can get a broader insight and learn more about his heart for service and worldview. It's inspiring because he's inspiring, so please check this out as soon as you have a moment to spare. We want to thank you, Jeff. You have our deep gratitude and admiration. It's fitting to close out this time of recognition by acknowledging all our program assistants, support staff, our coordinators, assistant directors, and our program and service directors. Even though we're doing this celebration virtually, I see your faces in my mind, and the visualization is a powerful reminder of the meaningful ways you've brought forward recommendations and offered solutions as a myriad of decisions have been made on a daily basis while adjusting to a very different way of life during a pandemic. It's always been our priority to sustain a positive and healthy workplace culture. Our experiences during COVID have not only underscored how critical that is to our effectiveness in serving the campus, but also how rewarding it has been to see you in action, to witness how you have been stretched and tested, yet remained invested. You've shown your determination and perseverance. You've supported each other day in and day out. You've stayed focused on providing the best experience for our participants every day, and you've certainly grown your capacity for being flexible, patient, and resilient. Jackie and I couldn't be more proud or more deeply grateful. Thank you all so much.